Hey, my YouTube world. How y'all doing today? It's your boys, Three Scout. Your boy Fee, aka Piparachi, aka Head Busser. Got my brother, Chaotic Clouds. Got my brother Jimmy Fitzsimmons down
Yes,
here.
sir.
I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the podcast. We really appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, we would like it right now. If you just stop what you're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps the channel grow. It helps us continue to bring you guys honest and pure great content like this. And by the way, for our 199, 599 Patreon members, you get everything raw and uncut. And for the 599 Patreon members, you also qualify to win a $15 gift card once a month. So guess what? If we got 4 subscribers, your chance to win that gift card is super high, buddy. And but of course, me and the brothers, we don't count as we don't qualify to win it, so you don't have to worry about us. But we are subscribed to the channel. We support our network. But I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to the last podcast, which was Monday. Today's Tuesday, and today our topic is going to be happiness. So I'm going to give my introduction. My name is Fee, aka Fever, aka Feverachi, aka Headbuster. You hit him. We hit him. Chaotic.
How you guys doing? It's Chaotic Clouds here. Great to be with you guys again. I'm so happy we can do another podcast. Looking forward to this for the last day. I'm super excited. Can't wait to start the topic. The topic is what makes you happy? What is your most happy feeling, most happy moment, correlation to it, and then some. And I'm so happy to be with my boy Feeve, my boy Jimmy Fitzsimmons. We're gonna get this done right because we love to get down to the deepness of, the conversation, and we just have only the integrity and honesty of our complete unity as one group, Three Scouts, when it comes to our focus point and what we're going to do on this channel. So now I'm going to throw it over to Jimmy Fitzsimmons. He'll give you a little bit as well, and then we'll start the topic.
All right, name's Jimmy Fitzsimmons. Doing a podcast. They pretty much just they pretty much stole all the good shit. I mean, they said all the good shit. But anyway, I do look forward to
Yeah.
being on this podcast and talking with my brothers because that's what this is for. Not
Right.
about the money. We're not about none of that. We're just here to keep it real. Just here to talk,
There you go.
get
Right.
things off our
Jimmy
chest.
Fitzsimmons, why don't you plug a man? Jimmy Fitzsimmons, why don't you let our subscribers know about the links that's going to be at the bottom of the video for all of our social media accounts, our Facebooks, Instagram, your Beat channel. You are a music producer, one of the best producers I know on a personal level. And so I think you should plug that in too and let the subscribers know, like, hey, at the end of the video, it will be a link for all of our social medias, feed, Chaotic Clouds, Jimmy Fitzsimmons. We're going to have Jimmy Fitzsimmons beat page up there. So if you're looking to purchase music beats, we got beats for rap, pop, Jamaican, garage, punk rock, whatever you want. We got it. We're very versatile over here. We're not stuck in one lane. We like in 35 or 45 different lanes, and that's what makes us really special. And you guys always tune into the bottom of the page. We're going to have all of our links to all of our social media, any upcoming events we got going on, news for our Patreon members, who we really appreciate too, because you guys help the channel grow. You guys do help the channel grow. Yep. So just keep an eye out on that. Always remember when we do a video, you guys, all our subscribers that's tuning in today, we're very thankful for you and we're very appreciative of you. And like my brother Jimmy Fitzsimmons and Chaotic Cloud said, we're just giving you guys purity, honesty, and great integrity. And you just got three brothers from three different walks of life communicating and chopping it up on a regular basis, how we do. So we just got together and said, let's just make us a podcast. Why not everybody else doing it? Well, I think we can do it. Like you said, like Jimmy Fitzsimmons said, we ain't doing it for the money. Now, let's say we do get rich. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm not going to be mad. But if we don't, I'm not going to be mad. And it's still going to be a beautiful thing because I'm getting to communicate with my brothers on a one-on-one tip and share it with the world on our own channel and podcast, Three Scout. You guys, we got merch coming soon. We're working on merch. We're working on t-shirts. We're going to be doing limited edition. We're going to do like 3 smalls, 3 mediums, 3 larges, and 3 extra large, and 3 2X. It's coming. Just give us time. We just getting the bandwagon jumping. But we will have merch up on the website for sale. So keep your eyes open to that for all our subscribers. And I'm thinking it's about time to really get this podcast started and going, you guys. If y'all want me to, who want to go first? You want me to go first? It
I
don't
think you
matter.
should, brother. I think you should.
Okay,
You're a
okay.
great
So
speaker.
I don't mind going first. Well, okay. So today our topic is happiness, right? And happiness has a few different meanings. With me, I'm a simple guy, so me being able to buy a box of trading cards, Pokemon cards, it makes me very happy. Me being able to eat my favorite food makes me very happy. Sugar makes me very happy. My family, taking being able to support my family, my friends, my brothers, that makes me very happy. Being successful in life makes me very happy. Grinding and working and struggling, the struggle sometimes makes me happy because it makes me appreciate the smaller things in life. And so basically, like I said, what makes me happy, seeing my family, my family, my friends, and my brothers excited, that makes me happy. Um, me being able to do what I want in life makes me happy. It causes me very a lot of happiness. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like for me, I like sports. I like basketball. I'm a big martial artist. Like kung fu is my life. I say it again. I think I said it on the last podcast, but Bruce Lee is my role model. He's my idol. I study his philosophy just as much as I study the Bible. So I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee. I'm a big fan of martial arts. I'm a big fan of physical activity. I'm a big fan of hand-to-hand combat. I don't like to see people hurt, but I am a fan of martial arts, kung fu to be more specific. Eastern Shaolin boxing is one of my favorite techniques. I'm a big fan of Tai Chi. Of course, I'm dealing with Jet Kudu. That's Bruce Lee's thing. I love Wing Chun. I love the drunken style. I love the monkey arm, monkey fist. So I'm really big into martial arts. That makes me super happy, and it's good for my body. It's good for exercise, stretching my ligaments. As I told you before in my last episode, I'm suffering from a torn rotator cuff. I still have to deal with it when it rains. My shit gets stiff to the point where I can only lift my arm up about this far, and before it start making crackling sounds. When I do push-ups, you hear my bones cracking. So a lot of people don't like to be around me when I do push-ups because it's a crunchy noise because it's my bone grinding against the rotator cuff because there's no cartilage there to hold it together. So work it, like I said, physical activity makes me happy. Martial arts. I'm a big video gamer. I was an Xbox guy, and I got me a PS4. So now I got back hooked on the PS guy. So I'm kind of in the middle of both. I support both systems. What else makes me happy? I love taking trips. I like to take road trips. I like to do shit on the spur of the moment. I don't like to really plan too much because I notice when I tend to plan a lot of stuff and it goes bad, it makes me really upset. This topic today is about happiness. So I like taking road trips. I like doing stuff on the spur of the moment. I like to seeing my friends smile. I like being able to help my friends, my family in a time of need if I can. I can't help all the time, but if I'm there to have a shoulder for you to lean on, that makes me happy. What else makes me happy? I'm a big seafood lover, so I love me some good old tilapia, flounder, trout, croaker, red snapper, sea bass. Big on fish. Fish is good for your brain. Fish is good for your skin. Full of protein. You need protein. I can't just go grab a glass of milk and drink it. I'll throw it up. I'm lactose intolerant, but I can drink a glass of chocolate milk. But then you know what kills it? It's too much sugar in it, which I also told you I love sugar. It's one of my worst addictions in life. It's not pot, it's not alcohol, it's not having sex, it's sugar. I love
I got a
sugar. I have to have
question.
sugar every day,
I got a question about the
and it's
fish.
not good.
Why is fish better than red
About the
meat,
fish,
comparably anyway?
oh, because you could be a vegetarian and still eat fish, because it's what you call because it's full of omega 3 and it's full of protein. And when you eat seafood, specifically fish, our brain, it sends off a chemical to the brain, one of the brain cells that helps out with memory. It's like eating meat. Meat does the same thing, right? But with fish, they call seafood food for the brain. If you ever see anybody that's very successful, one of the main things they eat is seafood, from lobster to fish. And, we got over 75 different kinds of fish that's edible. So, like, I only named a couple, like maybe 5 or 6 that I really like. But the fish is way safer than red meat. Red meat can cause you to have flare up gout in your foot, can cause you to get cloggy arteries, and but you also need the meat to survive, and the meat helps out with dementia and Alzheimer's. It keeps you from, it supports the cell in the brain and helps with memory.
Right.
Everything I'm talking about is a known studies of fact. You can Google it and like do the research on your own. I'm just going to give you the plugs for it and give you the meanings because I've already been down the road and did the research, hundreds of hours of it. But seafood is more safer for you. It's very safe. It's very safe. And like I said, seafood is considered food for the brain. You need your brain healthy. We only use 2% of it. So that's why it's way more healthier than red meat all the time. And that's why I said you could be a vegetarian and still eat fish. They don't count it as meat. So like you get a lot of people that's vegetarians that does eat fish. And so, like I said, it's just a safer, cleaner product to eat, And then, of course, when you eat your fish, you have to. There's levels to it. You have to wash it. You
Right.
have
You
to
still
scale
have to
it. You
prepare
have
it. You
to.
have to
You
prepare
have-
it.
there you go. But you have to prepare it right. You have to cut the shit bag out. You can't leave that in because
Right.
if you eat that, you'll get sick as a dog. You
I
get
hear it's a delicate process that you got to be careful what you're doing.
Yeah, especially when you catch fish out of the lake type shit. Like now, if you go to a fish market, they'll pretty much take care of all that for you. They can fillet it, get all the bones out. I like my fish with bones, and I love my fish without bones. So, like when I eat, for an example, trout. Trout is full of bones. They have baby thin around the back area. They have really thin, like strands of hair type bones that can really cause you bodily harm if you get choked off of. You have to eat two pieces of bread and swallow it whole so the bread can catch on to the thing, the bone in your throat, and it goes down. So another thing, I always tell people, whenever you eat seafood and it's gonna have bones in it, have your piece of white bread, wheat bread right on the side of you, just in case if you get too excited and end up swallowing the bone. I have got choked off a bone before. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I literally had to swallow three pieces of bread. Like I would take all the white part off the bread, leave the brown, put a piece in my mouth about that big, let it get real soft, and swallow it whole, no chewing. To try to catch the bone and get it down. I had a bone stuck up in here before, and I had a Dorito stuck in my neck before too. Fucking painful. So it's a like you said, it's a delicate process, but there are ways to get over that. If you don't want to do it yourself, you can always go to the seafood market.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Shout out Capital
if the
Seafood over
bones are
here in
real
Durham, North
thin
Carolina.
and splintery like that, I'd prefer to just get them removed.
A lot of people do because they don't like to deal with the bones. But so like when you get the bones removed, when you have the bones in, it packs more flavor. But like I said, for rookie people, I would suggest you just get them filleted if you want to. But I'm a professional fish eater, so and
I
I
got
still
you.
get choked sometimes, like
No,
'cause
I
I
get
get
what
too
you mean. It's
excited.
like chicken.
Yeah, I get excited.
It's like chicken in a sense. You can have it without the bones, but with the bones improves the quality.
Right. I mean, personally, when I eat chicken, I want the bone in. When I have a steak, I need bone in. None unless it's like a filet mignon. But I'd rather have that bone in on the steak. I mean, it's just flavor. It packs a lot of flavor. I'm not big on fat and all that stuff, but the fat actually packs flavor too. But I don't like the texture. It won't go down in my throat. I won't let it. Even bananas, I don't like the texture, so I can't eat them. I can get them pureed and eat it like that. But as far as like biting a banana, I'm gonna throw it up. I don't like the texture on my tongue. I don't like Jello texture. I don't like that type of jelly texture type stuff. I don't even eat jelly filled donuts because of the texture, even though I love them. But so back to my little testimony with the happiness. So like I said, seafood makes me happy. Collecting my trading cards make me happy. I have like a probably no exaggeration. I probably have about an 8,200 dollar collection of cards that's at value, but I'm probably underballing myself. But I'm just going to be nice and say $8,200 worth of cards. Um, and I could sell them. I keep them. It's a nostalgic purpose. I'm big into wrestling. I like watching WWE again now, and I found my love for that again. I'm a huge Japanese animation guy. That makes me happy. Some of my favorite Japanese animation: One Punch, One Piece. I like One Piece. I like Berserk. I like Bakihana. That's Bakihana's one of my super favorite. His dad to me is like he's like Thanos on steroids. Like he's untouchable. Like I just want to be like Baki's dad, like physically and like trained martial artist style. Like nobody can fuck with me. Like and I just won't even fight people because I know I would never lose. Like I would never if I had Baki Hana's daddy's power and strength, I would never fight nobody because I know they couldn't beat me. So at the end of the day, I just be like, You're not even worth it. And I just showed them a demonstration with a kick or something to make them change their mind. Like, nah, I don't want to fight you, bro. You was able to put your foot all the way over your head, do a backflip on one leg and into a split, and then come back up and bust three bricks. Okay, yeah, I don't want to fight him. So I would never fight anybody if I was like Baki's dad. Baki Hana, you can check it out on Netflix. One of the best Japanese animations for me. I said Berserk. I like Berserk. I had that on my PS4. I had bought that game. And what else I like to do? I'm into fashion. I'm into fashion. I'm a big Ralph Lauren guy, not a U.S. polo guy, but a Ralph Lauren polo guy, the real horseman. I wear that to death. I got a huge collection of Ralph Lauren shirts. They're pretty pricey, $80 to $90 collar shirts. My long sleeves about 120. My sweaters about 200. I got toboggans and stuff like that. So I'm really big into fashion, but polo Ralph Lauren has always been my go-to in high school. And even to the day, it's elegant stuff. I can wear that stuff to a job interview for a job making 80,000 a year. And I can also turn around and wear it to the bar that night and still get much as love as anybody in there just off the outfit. So I'm a big fan of fashion. I used to be a big shoe guy, but now I'm just kind of casually playing with it. I like simple stuff, you know. But those are a few things that makes me happy. And then like seeing my kids smile and seeing them happy, that means the world to me. When your kids happy, even if I'm having a rough day, that makes me happy. And being able just to be a support system for people I care about, like my brothers here on the podcast, my friends, other friends I grew up with, and stuff like that. I might have even spoke to them in years, but they know I love them still. I'm not a big phone person, so I'm not gonna like you're not gonna hear from me every day. Sometimes, probably just because it's not like I don't want to talk. It's just to me. It's just my personality. If I'm on the phone with you every day, just know you're very special to me. Like you know what I mean. Like I fuck with you the long way, super long way. And if I'm not on the phone with you, I could still love you and still fuck with you. But we just, it's levels to it. And what else makes me happy? I like Halloween time. I'm a big fan of Halloween. I like scary movies. The scarier, the better. I'm deeply involved into paranormal things. I'm deeply involved in ghost hunts. I love ghost hunts. I like going to haunted places. I like going to haunted museums. The older the museum, the better. I like going to I'm big on Egyptian culture, ancient Egyptian culture. I love studying the pyramids. These are things that makes me happy, cause gives me happiness. But I want to say my top three things are going to be probably kung fu, my sports card trading card collection, and seeing my friends and my kids happy. That's the top three for me. That's my testimony. Who up next? KO the Clouds, you going up next, or Jimmy Fitz, you want to go up
I'm
next?
okay to go up next.
All right, let us have it, Chaotic Clouds. Thank you guys for listening to me. Shout out to the subscribers. Before Chaotic Clouds go, I do want to remind our subscribers that's tuned in. Please, if you're watching this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, jump in the chat. Let's get talking. We like to read the chat. It won't cost you a dime. And we do have a 199 Patreon membership, and we have a 599 Patreon membership. I explained to you guys what that is in the beginning of the video, but just please tune into that, and I'm gonna let my brother Chaotic Clouds give his testimony on what makes him happy and what he consider happiness.
Things that make me happy start with knowledge, learning new things like esoteric knowledge. So, the
Deep.
unseen, the unknown, the things that we would never even imagine to be. And then all of that mixed with the ability to meet new people and share those learnings with those new people. So, uh, I would say mixture of all of that combined with also showing off all the amazing like benefits I've acquired from the knowledge that I've learned with the esoteric knowledge, including the ability to manifest your thoughts into your reality. And the most important thing with that is having a good mind space. So being positive, not just to yourself, but to the environment you're living in. So instead of being so, you know, glass half empty, try to look at things a little bit more optimistically, a little bit more glass full than, empty. But another thing that makes me happy is music. I love to sing. I love to create uh, just all different types of collaborations with people. I have a couple things in the work that are, not finished yet, but a couple songs that have been worked on with a few people, and I've really enjoyed that. That made me so happy. And honestly, with all that I've experienced in life, happiness to me is the pursuit of experiencing new experiences and new adventures and never accepting that any adventure is going to be your last adventure or better than the last adventure, because in reality everything is part of the present, which is a gift. So you never really know what you're going to get, and that's the beauty of it. So my that's my greatest aspect when it comes to the total realization of what makes me happy and what I feel like happiness is the present, not knowing what you're going to get, and the joy of getting something so amazing that it blows your mind and shocks you beyond all your wildest dreams. So for me, all those things that I said correlate to the whole concept and the topic of what makes me happy and what I find to be happiness. But adding more to that concept and the topic, I would say things like martial arts as well makes me happy. I learned a little bit of Tung Sido. I dabbled a bit in Jiu-Jitsu. I dabbled a bit in Hapkido. I dabbled a
Mm.
bit in um, Krav Maga. I dabbled a bit in what was it? It was Taekwondo. I got to a green belt in Taekwondo. I got to a blue belt in Hapkido and a black belt in Tung Sido. And I was able to get I think an orange. I think yeah, it was an orange belt in jujitsu. So I was able to dabble in a lot of different martial arts. So I was able to have a good understanding of not just the concept of discipline, of self discipline, and the concept of honing your mind and realizing the whole point of being in control of yourself, not to use your ability as a weapon to weaponize yourself, but as to recognize you have the ability to protect yourself and the ones that you care about so that you don't have to worry about bad things happening to people you love because you're too afraid to do what's necessary. So that's something that makes me very happy as well, being able to have the discipline in contrast to want to learn something that's so very demanding, and I wish to do more learning on the concept of martial arts. I just need to have more time for myself, which I will find in the future for sure. But that's another thing that makes me very, very happy. And another thing that makes me happy as well is I love flipping houses. I love getting into starting the project and then finally getting it to where it's ready to sell. And then when it sells, it's such a rewarding feeling. And to me, it's something I definitely want to invest more time in as well because I see a lot of potential in that, and I would like that to get a lot bigger because I feel like I could definitely make my way through the real estate business for sure. I'm young and I'm strong and I know exactly what I need to do. I just need to have more people in my corner to do it with, and because it's a lot of work. And another thing that makes me happy is whenever I get to meet new people through job opportunities that I would never have met normally if I was not working, because they're the type of individuals that they're just so work oriented that if you're not on their level working with them, they won't even talk to or associate with you. So that makes me very happy because I'm forming new bonds with people all over from all walks of life, from everywhere that I would never imagine to make friends from. When it comes to the people I've come across, some I would say aren't really the greatest of individuals, but I feel like all of them have still taught me something and I have learned a lesson about myself through experiencing them. And that's another thing that makes me very happy is, like I said, knowledge, which is back to the first thing I said, learning about myself through the experience of how others make me feel. Something I enjoy a lot because it makes me see truthfully what I can put up with and what I absolutely do not want to put up with and I will not put up with in the end. So that's another thing that I love to learn because in reality, the most important aspect in your life is to learn yourself. If you haven't learned yourself by your 20s or your 30s, I feel like you'll never learn yourself after your 40s. Like it's a total journey that if you don't start young, then it gets harder and harder as you get older. I'm not saying it's impossible. You definitely could in your 50s and your 60s and your 70s. You definitely could. It's just harder and harder because stuff like dementia and other type of mental disabilities start, kicking in. That's why it's something I find so much joy that I've found with myself is learning about myself and how much it affects me. And I hope to create a movement about that because I would like more people to stop trying to find romance and relationships so early on in life and try to find themselves so that they don't feel so empty when things don't work out or go their way, because life isn't supposed to be, a fairy tale or a dream. Life's supposed to be a road that you pave your own way. So if you're upset about the distance or the journey, it's because you weren't a good builder. And in reality, you should just go back to work and build better. That's the truth.
I
And with
feel that,
that
and I
being
feel that.
said, I would like to say that that's pretty much all that I had on the topic of it. And I want to thank the subscribers and the Patreons for listening to my, side of this topic today. And thank you all for, hearing me out.
And before,
You
and
know what you
that
guys
was a
say.
great testimony, brother. And before Jimmy Fitzsimmons go, I just got to add in back to my testimony really quick. I'm a huge fan of music. It makes me happy. I'm a huge fan of worshiping the Lord. It makes me happy. I'm a profound writer. I'm a profound producer. I'm very creative with the music. How could I forget that? I do have a mic, vintage mic tattooed on my arm for a reason with the mic stand being CEO because I am a CEO of my own label and my own life. My label name is Swaver Entertainment. It's been up and it's been established since 2010. We're in 2025 now. Okay, so but I had to throw this back in for mine too. I forgot all about that. So Jimmy Fitzsimmons, let us have it.
Alrighty.
What makes you happy?
I'm Jimmy Fitzsimmons.
And by the way, we're doing great, you guys. We're doing great. It's almost
Yeah,
11:30,
no,
so you got about
y'all are
6 minutes
killing
to
it.
give us a good
Y'all are
testimony.
killing it. Okay.
You are too. We all are killing it. We
Okay.
all are.
So things that make me
Let me hear
happy.
it.
I like playing video games a lot. Like I got really invested in Terraria. I've put like 2,000 hours into it. I've studied the wiki like the to like I know the game like the back of my hand pretty much. Like obscure shit, simple shit, efficient as fuck shit. Uh, I don't think there's a game I've put more time into. Um, Other things that make me happy, I like hanging with my brothers. Cause when I'm with my brothers, I feel like I can actually express myself. Because the thing is there's a lot of fake people out there. A lot of people who haven't found themselves, like Cody, said. People who just don't understand themselves, don't understand others, etc., etc. And if you're in high school, it's especially worse because there's a bunch of young people who are trying to fit in, or trying to do this, or trying to do that, who aren't even trying to find themselves, but are too caught up in whatever
Right.
else they're doing. It's a lot, because there's not a lot of people on the same spectrum as me. Not a lot of people that can pick up what I'm putting down, or just not on the same level. There's a few cool people there, don't get me wrong, but I don't truly connect with them like I do with my brothers. I always have to have some sort of guard or some sort of mask up. But with my brothers, it's not like that. I'm at peace. I can actually chill, mellow out. It's one of the few things that I love the most about about just it's one of the things that makes me very happy is just hanging with my brothers because they're real.
I respect that. That makes me happy too, hanging with my brothers. I feel like
Me
I can
too.
be Terry. I feel like I can be myself. I won't be judged by my brothers. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. I made to add into my testimony. So, but I did shout my brothers out. But being around hanging with my brothers, it makes me feel like super relaxed, super excited. I know I can be myself. I can be goofy if I want to, and I be judged. So I
Another thing,
respect that, and I'm with it. I feel it.
another thing that makes me happy is some of my coworkers at work. Some of them do make the time go by, and some of them are just great people. Some of them not so much. Whatever. That is what it is. Well, I wouldn't say they're not good people. It's just we don't connect that much. Is what I'm getting at. Like, don't get me wrong, they're all great people, but
Right.
a few of them I really do connect with. I really do. They do make the work experience very nice. Sometimes I'll just spend my break just talking to them, just straight up talking to some of them, because they're chill like that.
Right. Right. That's cool, brother. That's cool. I like that. I know your animals make you happy too.
Right. And this one, I didn't talk about my music. I like making my music. Just like a way of expressing myself.
Great form of expression. It's therapeutic. for me too. It's just like us jumping on the phone
I
and
started.
doing this podcast. When I make music,
I remember I started making music at the beginning, like around September, October. That's when I started making beats. I think in December or January is when I really started kicking off because I remember like remember we met or whatever, and we did our first studio. That really kicked it off for me. That really showed me that like, I can do
oh,
something with this. Like even if like we don't make it big, like I still want to make music that like is just
right,
special to me. It's like a baby to me if that makes sense. It's like it's precious. We created it.
right.
You can get clients too in the future and just start making beats and just they'll just buy it off you regularly.
Right.
That's why we plug in and everything at the bottom of each podcast. The links for all of our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you got. Everybody, we gotta get a little paper going so we can give it to Jimmy Fitzsimmons so you can plug those into the bottom of the screen so people can tap into us on social media too, and as well as his beat page. I'm always plugging it in, so I'm always plugging it in. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. I think I have to agree and say that one thing I didn't hear us really mention that I know for a fact that we all love is animals. So I have to throw that in there. Like I think we're all
I love
advocates, supporters
animals.
of animals. I love all animals. Like I really want to pet giraffe. I want to pet rhinoceros. Like I wish I was like had a tiger, a baby tiger walking around the house right now. Like I love animals. Like I'm big on animals. I forgot to throw that in, and I know you guys personally. So I know you guys love animals too.
Listen, I
But
mean,
I did
I
notice
love
with the
animals
testimony,
of
none of
all
us really
sorts.
welcome.
Like for example, take like
Yeah,
ants. Like an ant hill or an ant mound or having like an ant colony is like so cool. Like literally, a bunch of little like I don't know how to explain it. They're a hive mind. They work in such a meticulous way.
right, right. Man, well, you guys, I have to say this. I think this podcast was fucking excellent. Um, I think we got another one in the bank. I'm ready for our subscribers and supporters to be able to check us out, man. We try to bring this to you guys every, Monday through Fridays. It's been rough with work schedules and school, and we got different responsibilities and stuff like that. But I'm glad we've been able to get it going, and we was able to start on a Monday the way we supposed to. So today is Tuesday, and our topic was animals, and I think we did a phenomenal job. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Really impressed. So
Yeah,
I
me
want to
too.
say,
And I'm thinking that we should